Hi everyone, and welcome to the first Monday's Moment video of July. This is the first Monday of the month, and I know we're a little bit into July at the moment, but the theme of July is the Cunning Plan. So if any of you have ever watched Blackadder and you have the hero of Baldrick come to mind when I say that, hold tight, because the whole of this month of July we're going to be holding on to that theme that Baldrick used to say, I have a cunning plan. See you in just a moment. Now, you might know the TV programme Blackadder over here in the UK. It's one of British comedy's classics, or you might not. But whatever it is, I want you to think about the rest of this year. We've just tipped over into the final 6 months of this year, and I want us to make sure that we are looking at our plans, that we're thinking about what actions, what strategies, what little tweaks we have to do to make sure that the end of our year works out the best that it can be. If your year has still the potential to be a great year, despite all that might be happening around you, then now is the time to implement that cunning plan. Not a plan like Baldrick's that never seems to work, but your cunning plan that really brings out the best of the final months of this year. That's what I'm really wanting you to think about during today's video. And you might be at 3 different situations. You might be at a crossroads. You might be at a junction where you've got to decide, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I perhaps go off-roading, as the straight on shows there? And you might be at a point which I call a decision diamond in your year so far, where you've got to make those critical decisions. You could be either of those 2 people that are in the image there. You could be somebody who is thinking this has been a great year so far, or you could be sat there holding those 2 notes in your hand of currency, whatever currency yours is, thinking this isn't the year that I thought it was going to be. Or you might be like me at the just below me here, or the very bottom, depending where you're looking at it. That's my Jeep Wrangler, well and truly stuck. And it might be that you've got decisions, it might be that you are ahead of where you thought, might be you're not quite where you thought, or you might have completely got stuck and you need some towing out to get you out from where you are, which is what I had to have there. It took 2 Jeeps to tow me out of there. I was well and truly stuck, believe me, as you'll see from the image there. So we have to think this week of looking at our situation of where we are. Okay, if we're going to implement a plan to finish the year the best that it can possibly finish, first place we've got to start is where we are. So take a moment during this week to consider that. Have you got some decisions to make? Have you got some tweaks to make to your metrics and your KPI, or do you just need a real good helping hand to get you unstuck? Have a think about that. But the most important thing is that what we have got to do as we go into this final half of the year is make sure we start implementing our actions, our goals, our activities, and get everything moving. Because if we're going to head towards the end of this year, that not only started 6 months ago, but it also restarts now. The cunning plan is a reshaped, redesigned, slightly tweaked, or might even be the same plan because the plan's working so well. But we need now to look at a plan for the next 6 months, for the next 3 months, for the next 6 weeks, whatever your cycle is. But we have got to start taking action to make sure that the last 6 months of this year really, really roll out as the best that it could possibly be. And that starts in this month of July. We've got to make sure we're implementing those actions, implementing those plans, and making sure we're taking those steps, heading off on that journey for the rest of this year to success. That's what I want each of us to do. So have a think about your plans, look at them, review them, talk to your team, and really think, right, what do we need to start doing? How do we need to start thinking? How do we need to start behaving as though we're going to achieve the plans for the rest of this year? Because if you do that with the intention to achieve them, then guess what? You will. So reflect and then start. That's what I want you to think about so far in this video. And as the weeks go on, we will talk about other elements of planning. There'll be posts coming in here every day from me, as well as the standard posts from Terry and the team as well. Please, if you know of somebody who perhaps you know is stuck, somebody who isn't achieving their plans as well as they thought, or somebody that's going to make some decisions, share this video with them. Get them thinking about what they've got to do to make sure the final 6 months of this year is absolutely the best 6 months to come. Please like this video, please share this video wherever you're seeing it right now. And of course, if you do want to schedule some time, perhaps to reinvigorate your plans, perhaps just to talk through your plans, perhaps you're at a decision point. If you want to have a chat with me, 30 minutes, unconditional, no heavy sales pitch, I just want to give everybody value, then just go across on the link that's going across there now, timewithsimon.com. Find a 30-minute slot that suits both of our calendars, and then we can have a chat through anything that you want to bring to that call. That's it from me. Now, I hope you have a great week ahead. So remember to think about where you are at the moment, halfway through the year, do that review, and then most importantly, start doing something that moves you from where you are to where you want to be at the end of this year. And I will catch you all on the next Monday's Moment video, or perhaps on some of the posts during the week. Bye for now.